This is 2026. God can woke us up one more time. God can start us on our way. God can clothe us in our right mind. And I hope and pray that all of our limbs are working properly. You see the chart that I have up there on the screen, right? This is all information that every American citizen had when they went and voted on November of 2024. The American people had all this information right there in their hands. And they lied to us about the reason why they voted for President Trump. Up at the very top is Bill Clinton. These are the jobs that was created while Bill Clinton was president. So when you have 22 million jobs added under the president, that means that people feel pretty secure with where things stand and where the economy is. That's why all the jobs is created is because of the positive attitudes that people have while Bill Clinton was the president of the United States for 8 years. So in the 8 years that Bill Clinton was president, the total amount of jobs that was created under Bill Clinton didn't create the job. He created the climate that people felt comfortable that they could hire people. 22 million under Bill Clinton. Number one. Okay? The next job creation is by Joe Biden, the one that they voted out of office, that they claim wasn't no good, that they claim that the country was going in the wrong direction. All them lies that they was telling. Just remember, all of these facts was available to them, including him getting impeached twice, including him getting convicted of sexual assault, including him and his company and his son being convicted of fraud and convicted of 34 felonies. They knew all of this. And they did all that hollering and screaming and foaming at the mouth that the country is going in the wrong direction. And when Joe Biden was president, he was only second to to Bill Clinton. And Ronald Reagan and Biden was tied for job creation. Only one president created more jobs created under him than Joe Biden is Bill Clinton. They both president that these no good prejudiced white people is foaming at the mouth talking about they were going in the wrong direction. Now we know that all they was doing was lying and being prejudiced. They didn't want and couldn't say that they prejudice against black and brown people and women. They didn't want to say that. But all that bull crap talking about jobs and opportunity and low inflation, we know now all that is a lie. The Bible tells you whatever is doing in the dark is eventually going to come to the surface. These prejudiced white folk, they knew all of these facts. Bill Clinton was the president all the way back in 92. They knew this. If they had did any research, would they lie and sell? I almost cursed then. with their lying self. The proof is in the pudding. The only reason that they voted for Donald Trump is because of white supremacists. That's it. There ain't no visible record that can show that Donald Trump was not the worst president in history. But they claim that he was a great businessman. How many great businessmen bankrupt 6 companies, casinos, airlines? I mean, that's all a lie. That's why I can get on this camera and look right into this camera and call them the biggest liars in American history. The facts speak for themselves. They flat out liars. All they want to do is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. There's no dispute that more jobs were created under Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, Ronald Reagan, Lyndon Johnson, Barack Obama, even Peanut Jimmy Carter created 10 million. It was 10 million jobs created under Jimmy Carter. He only had 1 term. Richard Nixon, forced out of office. 9 million jobs were created under him. George H.W. Bush, 2.6. 1 term. Gerald Ford, 2.1. George W. Bush, the lowest job created under him, 1.4. And that president that all them MAGA, lying, prejudiced white people, and some black, and some Mexican, and some Native Americans, and some Asians, and some Arab, they voted for him. They was liars too. President Trump, number 11, negative. They was foaming at the mouth. They was talking about Biden was a dictator and Biden wasn't doing nothing as for a job. Their God is minus 2.3 million jobs. There ain't no doubt that those prejudiced people did this and elected President Trump because of hate. And because of racism. Numbers and facts don't lie. And they're going to have to stand before the judgment seat of Christ for this evil that they perpetrated on America. The number 1 economy in the world. They doing everything in their power to destroy the Constitution just because they are going to be the minority in 25 years. They will burn this country to the ground for only one reason. There ain't no doubt. When they talking about bring down gas prices and bring down inflation, and Trump saying that $4 gas is good. You know now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you have some very evil and dangerous people in this country that will do anything to protect prejudiced white people. And God say, you don't have to take it. You don't have to put up with it. Ain't nobody up there on that chart is better than you. Ain't nobody up there on that chart that God loved more than you. You have the same rights. If someone tried to take away your right, no matter who it is, You have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to defend your freedom. And you have the right to do it at all costs. Anybody that don't believe that these prejudiced white people and some minority, you know they didn't vote for President Trump because of what a good job he's doing. Or because of his intelligence. President Trump could barely read. You did it because of hate. In any time, in any place hate is, it needs to be rooted out. It's just that simple. Under the Constitution, we just can't let hate stand. We can't do it. We have to stand up against hate. And we have to stand up against lies. Every time I see all these lies, I'm coming straight to my phone. I'm going straight to Facebook and to YouTube. And I'm going to tell you right to your face what a big lie you is. And what a fake and a phony and a fraud you are. And how prejudiced you is against black and brown people and women. Thank you.